guys, welcome to Mimes Makeup. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation first impression. The foundation I'm going to be trying out is the Bourjois 123 Perfect foundation. Now, I've used the Bourjois Healthy Mix before and I was in the market for a new foundation, so I decided to try this. It's usually about $32, but I did get it 20% off, I think. So this is meant to have different pigments in it to counteract different imperfections on the skin. And I got this in the shade 52 Vanilla. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure if it's just the price line near me, but they only offer 3 colours and this was the lightest one. So I'm hoping that it matches okay, but you'll have to watch the rest of the video to find out. I've heard some really good things about this foundation and Bourjois in general. Looking for something light to wear throughout the day. If you wish to see how this foundation performs throughout the day and how I apply it, then definitely keep on watching. So it does say on the packaging that it is 123 Perfect, 3 correcting pigments, 0 imperfections. It says that number 1 is for yellow pigments for anti-dark circles, 2 is mauve pigments for anti-dull complexion, and green pigments is for anti-redness. It's flawless complexion even to perfection, up to 16 hours, and it also says on here that it's SPF 10 hydration for 24 hours, second skin melting texture. Makeup I have on my face right now is my eyebrows and moisturizer and eye cream. So usually a common thing in first impression videos, especially for foundations, is that people will do priming half the face and not. But to be honest, I rarely ever use a primer unless it's like a massive event. But I'm planning on using this as a more of an everyday casual foundation. So personally, I'm not going to test it with a primer because I feel like that would be unnatural and untrue to test it with a primer when I never wear one. So instead of doing that, I'm going to do one half of my face with a brush and the other with a beauty blender, just because that's more likely for me to be able to choose. I do find that some of my foundations work better with a brush and some work better with a beauty blender. So to me, it's more true and natural for me to try half-half rather than half primer, half not primer, because it doesn't really affect me. So on one side of my face I'm going to be using the Zoeva Defined Buffer 103. This is the Bamboo collection and a traditional beauty blender that's damp. First of all, I'm going to pump some onto my finger because lately, thanks to Crystal Conti, I've been rubbing the foundation into my skin before I buff it in. It's quite runny. So I'm just going to start on my cheek and just use my finger to rub it in. So I'm just going to rub around that first pump. I got one pump and I think it's too much so far from one side of my face, which is a good sign. A little bit goes a long way, just by using the side of it to tap it in. Now it does look like the colour may be a little bit dark. It's looking pretty good. At the moment it looks like it is a medium to full coverage, I would say. But it is looking a little too dark, which sucks because it's the lightest colour that they had. And that wasn't just in stock, that was just, they only had 3 colours available, so. Not a full pump, just a little smaller pump. And again, just rub that onto the cheek area. I'm going to take my brush and just start buffing that in.
So again, it's blending quite well.
I'm really liking the coverage. The only thing that's just bumming me out is that it's too dark. It looks better on the Beauty Blender side, just because it doesn't look as patchy. So I'm just going to run over this side with the Beauty Blender. Just going to see if I can add a little bit more coverage. that looks quite good. It looks really good on camera. And adding a second layer definitely is possible. It doesn't look cakey or separate. So this is what it looks like. The texture of my skin naturally isn't the best at the moment, but it does even that out. You can still see those two spots that I have at the moment. You can't feel it on your face at all. And as for smell, it doesn't really have one, which is nice. Yeah, I really like it so far. This is what my face looks like now that I've done the rest of my makeup. A few things to note is that I feel like my face products like contour and blush are a little bit patchy. Now, there could be two reasons for that. I did use a new Zoeva brush that I've only used a few times, which could be why if I used it wrong, or it could be the foundation, because I don't think I noticed this happening when I used the brush previously. Apart from that, my face looks pretty good. It looks quite glowy. I do have a little bit of a highlight, but I've only set it with translucent powder. It's this Savvy translucent powder, so nothing that's added extra coverage apart from a little bit of the Maybelline Age Rewind under the eyes, which I still feel like I would, if I was going to go out, I would conceal my under eyes a little bit more than this, just because that's my main insecurity. So at the moment it is 11:22. So the foundation's been on for about half an hour, and so far I like the way that it looks and feels, but I'm just concerned about this. I've even tried to fix it and it didn't really fix, so I'm not too sure why that is, but at the moment it doesn't really feel like I'm wearing much makeup at all, and I'm quite happy with the appearance of my skin overall. Hey guys, so now it is, what time is it? I've got my watch. It's 2:15, 3 hours now, and I'm about to have a look. I haven't looked yet, and I have been wearing my glasses watching Making of a Murderer. It's really good, you should watch it. So, first thing I notice, doesn't look that different at all. I don't look oily or anything. It's rubbed off a little bit here, which always happens to me. I'm not too sure why. And my glasses, I wore glasses only because I wear them at work, so if I'm going to be wearing this foundation every day, then I need to know what it does. So unfortunately it has got some marks from my glasses, but not as bad as some foundations that I do wear. This is what it's looking like now. Doesn't feel too bad. I've taken my lip product off and that didn't affect anything. So yeah, and I'm not having that cakey feeling when you want to take your makeup off either. So far so good. I'll check back with you in another couple of hours. It is 6:20, so it's been about another 3 hours. I don't know if my maths is correct. I'm literally falling asleep right now. So I have to take my makeup off because I seriously need to go to bed. I'm so tired. And anyways, so my update on my foundation is, it's nothing special. It's nothing different to what I've used before. It's rubbed off around my chin because I was colouring in and I always hold my chin when I do that. I don't know why. It's a little bit shiny. I guess you could say that it's not as shiny as most foundations go when I wear them for a whole day, but it has patched a little bit. But overall, like, it didn't look bad when I put it on. It looked good. I still look good, but it's not like I'm amazed by the foundation. So I definitely will keep wearing it. I really want to try the CC cream version of the same line, the 123 Perfect one. But if you're looking for just something to wear to school, something to wear to work, this is a good foundation for you. I'm going to try it out using different setting powders as well, because that might help with the coming off. But I don't know why, but my foundation always comes off here. I'll give you a close-up of my skin. See, it looks quite good. Like, you wouldn't really know that I'm, you know, not blown away by the foundation. It looks good. I'm not complaining about it at all, but I'm just letting you know that it's nothing, you know, revolutionary. I would think that it's quite similar to the Healthy Mix foundation, although it's a little bit better coverage and it doesn't have that smell. So if you don't like the smell of that foundation, then this is a good one. And yeah, it's really nice. I just wish that they had more colour ranges, because you can see it is still a bit dark as the day's gone on. But yeah, overall I really liked this foundation, but I probably wouldn't buy it unless it was on sale. So that's probably the end remark. And as for which side looks better, I still say that the Beauty Blender side looks better. So try using it with a damp sponge. And yeah, that may help improve the appearance of the foundation. Overall, I'm quite impressed and I'm excited to use it every day and try it out with different products. So you may see it in a favourites video if I figure out a really good way to use it. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first impression of the foundation, and let me know down below if you've used it or any other foundations that you think would be good for what I'm looking for. So for an everyday kind of foundation that has a good colour range as well. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and if not, I hope that your day gets better, and I'll see you in my next